Bossa Nova was made to sound like a quiet conversation. If this music speaks to you, subscribe and tell me what you feel.
The day doesn't begin when we wake up, it begins when we stop racing for it. Light slips into the room without confidence, like it remembers being rejected before. It touches the wall, retreats slightly, then settles in once it realizes no one here is in a hurry. You're still asleep, but not deeply. I can tell by the way your breathing keeps adjusting, like your mind is already negotiating with the idea of consciousness. Outside, the city starts revving its engines, preparing its daily arguments. Efficiency, urgency, relevance. Inside the room remains unconvinced. I move quietly, not out of politeness, but because the noise feels unnecessary in a place that already understands itself. Coffee brews slowly, dark, patient, circular. I watch it form patterns that disappear the moment I try to read them, and that feels like a lesson. You wake without announcement, no stretch, no sound, just eyes opening, like a decision that took all night. We don't greet each other, we don't label the moment. We sit with it until it becomes stable. You say the day already feels heavy, not bad, just demanding. And I nod because some weights don't hurt, they just occupy space. We talk about nothing useful, whether a dream you don't fully remember, something you read and immediately forgot. And somehow this clears more room than any plan ever could. I notice how calm arrives when nobody is performing hope. Love, if it exists here, is not dramatic. It's infrastructural. It's the quiet knowledge that this room supports us without asking what we intend to build. When the day finally claims us, it does so gently, as if even it understands that resistance would be pointless. There's a particular silence that only exists in moving cars at night. Not the absence of sound, but the agreement between motion and stillness. Streetlights slide across the windshield like unfinished thoughts you're driving. I'm watching the reflection of the dashboard on your face, trying not to turn it into symbolism. The radio is on, but low enough to remain optional. A song we both vaguely recognize passes through us without attachment. You talk about your week in fragments like the full version would be dishonest. I appreciate the editing. Some stories are true and they remain incomplete. Traffic thins out and so does your voice. You say you're tired of explaining yourself to people who listen only to respond. I say nothing. proximity is already established at a deeper register. You mention fear casually, as if it's a neighbor you see often but don't invite inside anymore. Fear of repeating patterns, fear of calm, fear of things that don't announce themselves loudly enough to feel real. I tell you, I trust what grows quietly more than what demands attention. You nod, eyes fixed on the road, as if that sentence just a line, something internally. The city disappears behind us, not literally. Doesn't feel like escape, it feels like direction without destination.
We arrive without ceremony, no grand entrance, no sense of achievement, just the door closing behind us and the room accepting the fact that we're here now. You take off your jacket slowly, like the day is still attached to it, and you don't want to tear anything. I sit down without checking my phone, that alone feels significant. The room is dim but intentional, light placed where it matters, absent where it doesn't. We don't rush into conversation, we let the day finish echoing before introducing new sounds. You talk about boundaries, not angrily, precisely how you've learned that access is not owed, that availability is a choice, that love without limits turns into labor. I listen carefully, not to agree, but to understand the architecture of how you protect yourself now. I tell you, I'm learning to stop negotiating my instincts for the sake of being reasonable. You smile at that, not warmly, recognizingly. We sit in that recognition for a long time. A long time. No touching, no escalation, just the quiet intimacy of being seen accurately outside. The city keeps improvising chaos. Inside we finalize nothing, and somehow that feels like progress. afternoon arrives slowly today, not because it's lazy, but because it has learned that rushing doesn't improve outcomes. Light stretches across the floor in long, patient lines, as if mapping where we've already been instead of where we're supposed to go. You're sitting near the window, knees pulled close, scrolling without intention. Your thumb moves automatically, but your eyes don't follow. I recognize that state, being present everywhere except where you actually are. I ask if you want coffee, you say yes, then correct yourself, you say not yet. That hesitation matters, it tells me you're listening inward. We let the room stay unfinished, no background music, no agenda, just the sound of distance outside and stillness inside. About a conversation from earlier, one that lingered longer than it should have, not because it was intense, but because it was imprecise. You say you're tired of explaining your boundaries to people who mistake access for intimacy. I tell you, disappoints those who benefit from confusion. You nod slowly, as if filing the sentence away for later use. Time keeps moving, but less aggressively now. The afternoon softens, like it's decided to be useful instead of impressive. You lean your head back and close your eyes briefly, not to rest, to recalibrate. There's something deeply intimate about being allowed to witness that. No fixing, no touching, just attention without agenda. If love exists here, it's not urgent, it's procedural. It's the mutual understanding that neither of us needs to be extracted from the moment to make it valuable. When you finally stand up, the room feels lighter, as if it noticed the shift too.
The city sounds different when rain decides to stay. Not dramatic rain, not cleansing rain, just persistent, ordinary rain that lowers expectations without apology. We stand by the window watching the street lose definition. People move faster, as if speed could negotiate dryness. You say rain makes everyone more honest. I ask why, you say because it removes the illusion of control. mid-sentence. Plans become optional. Inside the room grows smaller in a comforting way, like a coat that fits better once the weather turns. You wrap your arms around yourself, not cold, just instinctive. I don't interrupt that instinct. We talk about mistakes with surprising tenderness, not regrets, mistakes. The difference matters. You say mistakes taught you accuracy. I say mistakes taught me restraint. Neither of us laughs. We respect the seriousness of lessons learned quietly. The rain thickens, the outside world blurs into something abstract, almost polite. Silence settles between us, not heavy, but saturated. I notice how much easier it is to tell the truth when the world feels less sharp. You mentioned something you've never framed as important before. You don't dramatize it, you simply state it. That's how I know it matters. If love grows here, it will grow like this rain. Not announced, not celebrated, just steady enough to change the shape of things. There's a familiarity now in how we move through shared space, not routine, recognition. We no longer ask what the moment requires, we sense it. You reach for a chair before I offer one. I step aside before you need room. These adjustments happen below language. We're in a place we've been before, but it feels newly calibrated. Not because anything changed externally, but because we did. You say growth feels strange when it doesn't hurt, when it doesn't arrive with dramatic evidence. I tell you that's how you know it's sustainable. We talk about intensity, how it once felt like proof of depth, how exhaustion was mistaken for passion, how chaos wore the costume of connection. You say calm still scares you sometimes. I say calm scared me until I learned to trust it. We sit with that admission longer than expected. Time passes unnoticed, not because it's irrelevant, but because it's cooperating. You rest your head back, eyes closed, breathing deeper now. I realize something quietly. This connection isn't trying to expand, it's trying to stabilize.
what's needed, no explanations required. You come in quietly, keys landing in the same place as always. A sound that signals transition more than arrival. Your shoulders drop the moment the door closes, as if the outside world just lost its authority over you. I ask how the day was, you pause, not searching for words, but deciding how much truth the question deserves. You say full, not heavy, not bad, just full. That distinction matters. We don't rush to empty it, we let the fullness exist, because pressure only creates spillage. The room fills with ordinary sounds, fabric shifting, water running, the chair scraping the floor just slightly off rhythm. These sounds don't interrupt us, they confirm we're here. You sit across from me, eyes unfocused for a moment, still unwinding from the version of yourself that had to function all day. There is something deeply intimate about witnessing someone return to themselves. Not the performative self, the operational one, the one that learned how to survive in environments that didn't reward softness. We don't speak for a while, silence works carefully, like a technician recalibrating pressure. Outside the city keeps accelerating, inside nothing competes. You mentioned something small that frustrated you earlier. I listen without responding immediately. You don't want solutions, you want validation without escalation. I give you that. At some point your hand finds mine, not dramatic, not deliberate, just accurate. If love exists here, it's not explosive, it's decompressive. It's the place where your nervous system finally stops guarding itself. And as night settles fully into the room, I realize this is where I rest too. But it doesn't interrupt, it negotiates. Light slips through the window like it's checking the room's mood before committing fully. You're already awake, sitting by the table with coffee gone cold. Eyes distant, present but inward. I don't ask what you're thinking, thoughts need privacy to become honest. Outside, the city starts rehearsing ambition, engines turn over, voices sharpen, schedules tighten their grip inside. We remain undecided. You talk about change carefully, not the kind that burns bridges, but the kind that adjusts alignment by degrees. You say you're tired of intensity, of relationships that feel like emergencies, of love that demands proof through exhaustion. You say you want sustainability. That word lands slowly, like it's been chosen. We talk about desire as something that matures when it's not constantly provoked. You say calm used to scare you. You say calm felt like absence. I tell you calm is just an amplified presence. We sit with that for a while. Coffee is rehated, time loops politely. When you finally look at me, there's no question in your eyes, just recognition. No promises are exchanged, no future drafted. Just the shared understanding that this pace is intentional. If love grows here, it will grow slowly, with roots deeper than novelty, stronger than urgency. And for the first time, slowness doesn't feel like delay. It feels like design. It feels like design. There's a street we walk when conversation doesn't want to sit still. Not because silence is uncomfortable, but because it's unfinished and needs movement to take shape. The street isn't remarkable, that's why it works. No landmarks, no destinations worth announcing. Just distance unfolding one step at a time. Your pace syncs with mine without instruction. Bodies agree before minds do. You tell me something you never said aloud. Not dramatic, not shocking, just true. You say you don't trust intensity anymore. You say intensity always asked for too much too fast, with no plan for sustainability. You say calm scares you, 'cause it doesn't distract. I listen carefully, this kind of honesty doesn't want reassurance, it wants accuracy. I tell you I've lost good things by trying to secure them prematurely. We stop at a crosswalk, red light, another pause that matters. You look at me like you're checking something internally, running diagnostics. Then you nod, the light turns green, we cross, something crosses with us. Is already established at a deeper register. As we continue walking, the city feels less aggressive, like it's respecting the pace we chose. If this becomes love, it will be because we chose awareness over momentum, clarity over fantasy. And if it doesn't, this moment remains intact. Two people walking honestly, not trying to extract more than what was offered. That alone feels like a quiet success.
doesn't arrive asking questions anymore. It simply enters like it already knows where everything belongs. We're not talking much tonight, not because there's nothing to say, but because most things have already been understood. You sit with your legs folded under you, hands resting loosely on your knees, breathing slower than usual. I notice how safety changes posture. Your phone lights up once, twice. You don't reach for it. That decision feels important, not rebellious, just accurate. You say something quietly, almost to yourself. I don't wanna be reachable all the time anymore. I nod, because availability has become one of the most misunderstood currencies of our time. We talk about limits like they're acts of care, not defenses about how saying no early is kinder than resenting later. You admit you used to confuse intensity with connection. You admit how exhausting that was. I admit I stayed too long in places that mistook my patience for consent. The room holds these admissions without judgment. Silence follows, but it's not empty, it's structured. I realize something then. This connection doesn't spike, it settles. It doesn't demand attention, it earns trust. If love forms here, it won't feel like falling. It will feel like standing without bracing for impact. Night deepens, nothing escalates, nothing collapses, and for once stability feels quietly intoxicating. Morning comes softly like it remembers yesterday's pace and chooses not to interfere. You move through the room with unspoken intention, every gesture efficient but gentle. There's no rush in you now, only alignment. I watch you prepare coffee, not as a ritual but as maintenance, something done to preserve balance, not create meaning. We talk about the future carefully, not avoiding it, respecting it. You say you no longer want a life that constantly needs recovery. You want a life that doesn't drain you before it gives back. I say I'm learning that excitement without stability eventually feels like disappearing calm. It clarifies, it stops shouting and starts pointing. We sit with that thought longer than expected. There's a moment where nothing happens externally, but internally something rearranges permanently. This isn't passion in its loud form, this is infrastructure being built. If love survives here, it will survive because it supports daily life, not because it escapes it. When the morning finally asks for movement, we respond without resistance, not eager, not reluctant, ready. There's a familiarity now that no longer needs confirmation. We've learned each other's rhythms without turning them into rules. Pauses, breaths, the moment conversation naturally ends. We're in a place we visited before, but it feels transformed. Not because it changed, but because we did. You notice it too. I see it in the way you look around, as if the room might verify what you're already feeling. You say growth is strange when it's quiet, when there's no announcement, no visible proof. I say that's how you know it's real. We talk about boundaries again, but differently this time. Not as protection, as precision. You say you stopped over-explaining. I say I stopped over-promising. We laugh softly, then grow quiet, because alignment deserves silence. Time moves cooperatively now, not fast, not slow. Willing. You close your eyes for a moment, not to escape, but to check in. I realize something then. This connection isn't trying to grow larger, it's trying to grow truer. That's why it feels sustainable. That's why it doesn't consume. If love complete itself here, it will do so without spectacle, without urgency, just accuracy, just presence, just two people choosing consistency over chaos. And for the first time,
there's less effort now in how we occupy the same space, not indifference, efficiency. We no longer adjust ourselves to be understood. Understanding happens because nothing is being hidden. We sit together without scanning the moment for meaning. Meaning arrives on its own schedule. You mentioned something ordinary, and I realize how extraordinary that feels. Ordinary used to scare us. We thought it meant stagnation. We confused calm with absence of desire. Now it feels like clarity. Outside, the city moves with its usual hunger, but we've learned how to disengage without leaving. You talk about the past without tension in your voice. I listen without trying to revise it. That's new. There's trust in letting things remain exactly as they were without rewriting them to fit the present. We don't touch much anymore, and yet nothing feels distant. Closeness has shifted from proximity to alignment. I realize this connection no longer asks, what is this becoming? It asks, is this sustainable? And for the first time, the answer feels like yes, without hesitation. If love endures here, it will endure quietly, without ceremony, without witnesses, just consistency repeated enough times to become permanent. Morning opens differently now, not brighter, clearer. There's no anticipation, anxiety, no mental rehearsal of possible failures. Just the day waiting to be entered. You move through the room with confidence that doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need to. I notice how your breathing has changed over time. Slower, lower, more certain. We talk about the future again, but this time without caution. Not because it's guaranteed, but because it no longer threatens. You say you're not chasing happiness anymore. You're protecting stability, you're cultivating conditions. That sentence feels like maturity, fully formed. I say I'm no longer afraid of things that grow slowly. I trust them now. We sit together as sunlight fills the room without resistance. Nothing
every test so far, not by surviving storms, but by refusing to live in constant weather. This isn't excitement, this is equilibrium. And somehow it feels more satisfying than any high we ever chased.
The night returns one last time, not to challenge us, but to confirm something. We walk slowly, not because we're tired, but because speed no longer proves anything. Streetlights pass overhead like quiet acknowledgements. The city feels distant, but not excluded. You talk about something small that made you smile earlier. I listen like it matters, because it does. There's no tension now about what this is called. Names feel unnecessary when function is clear. We stop briefly, not for a reason, just because the moment allows it. You look at me without searching for reassurance. I look back without preparing for loss. That exchange feels final in the best possible way. If love completes itself anywhere, it's here. Not in certainty, but in choice. The choice to stay present, the choice to protect calm, the choice to build something that doesn't need to be dramatic to be real. We keep walking. Nothing concludes loudly, nothing fades abruptly. The night accepts this ending without argument. And as we disappear into routine, I realize something quietly profound. This was never about arrival, it was about learning how to